What's going on, everybody? My name is C4. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here for episode 16 of our Hollywood Tech Honey Hunters, our custom created team dynasty here in NCAA Football 14, College Football Revamped. And today is the biggest game in school history, kind of. After shocking the world. No one in this building was shocked, but shocking the world in the Sun Belt Championship last episode, where we went in against then undefeated, 12-0, number one ranked Troy. The best team in the nation, somehow, someway. Wasn't because of quality of victory. Definitely was because the committee this year decided to reward the only undefeated team in college football remaining. Because there was a lot of legit one-loss, Ohio State's, Florida's, Oklahoma's, Oregon's, etc., etc. But you know what? Kudos to them for giving an undefeated Troy that high of a ranking, because that makes me feel decent that if we can put together an undefeated season and not have a year like this where two of our losses are two of the worst losses you'll ever see against inferior programs, and we can handle business, an undefeated Hollywood Tech season could get us one in the country. But we went up against one in the country in the Sun Belt Championship, and Bob Podolsky in the defense were great. 197 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick for Bob. We got a little bit of rushing out of White, which is tough. In the trenches, Webb, 81 yards and a touchdown. And probably as much as we know Tito Williams, 69. Nice. 2 touchdowns. Has the speed. I honestly think the fastest I've seen any human run on Hollywood Tech was Webb on that touchdown. It was insane. He literally outran it. It felt like an entire defense there. And he was, he is 6'7". And he does have like 93 speed, which is pretty good. But it felt pretty glitchy, if you ask me. Defensively, we got 2 TFLs, 2 sacks to Marquette, 2 TFLs, and a sack there from the great B.D. Wells. Talon Wilkinson continues to add to his school record of sacks, which just keep piling up. And we had an interception and forced fumble, game ball, going to Jeff Sanders, White Lightning at cornerback. But it was an outstanding performance, enough that had us beat the projected R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl again, which we went to last year and won. We were supposed to go back there again. I was like, what? We're actually ranked this year, and you're putting us in the same bowl game. But because of this win, we got into a much more prestigious bowl game against TCU here in the All-State Sugar Bowl, where Lee Corso is taking the good guys. Yeah, sure, we're a D-plus ranking, and TCU's all A's. And yeah, they got the advantage offensively. But their defense kind of sucks. Our defense is suffocating. Our defense, when they are on the field, shut shit down. So I'm ready. I think it's a perfect way to cap off this regular season. It's a perfect way to roll in to what could be the biggest offseason in Hollywood Tech history with all the freaking momentum. With that being said, very quickly, this is the last time because next episode is going to be the offseason. If you want to be involved, have a creative player involved with the Hollywood Tech Dynasty, go check out the Patreon. Every Patreon supporter that is over $5 and up, you get to go and get access to this sign-up form. Everything is there for you to just copy and paste, fill out, and your player will be on Hollywood Tech next season. They're coming on as walk-ons, but I made it so it's a little bit of a fun, unique approach. You get to pick like one stat above a 90, one stat above an 85. So your player is going to be unique. So go check this out too. Above all, it's a great way to go above and beyond to support the channel. Check it out, Patreon, in the video description below, as this is going to be our last time. Because after this, we are going right into the offseason and gearing up for year number 4. The last thing I'm looking at here, and this is something I used to do more so before I was recording NCAA content, is, this is the last game of the year that will count towards our stats. Is there any milestones we can get that might boost up these guys going into next season? Some of these guys are going to be seniors. So we're pretty much where we're going to be with Bob Podolsky, and that's outstanding. 32 touchdowns, 10 picks, needs to be said. But look, we get one more rushing touchdown for Shannon Wyatt. That brings him on to 10th. So that'd be a nice milestone as we got to decide. Is he going to stay at quarterback next year, kind of be a two-way weapon, or do we just straight up bite the bullet and make him a full-time running back? That is a discussion that needs to be had. You look at the receiving standpoint, Jaquiz Shack and Keith Alexander, both are within an earshot of getting 500 yards receiving, which would be nice. Unlikely we get, 200 yards for Tito Williams, but I think with how well and how much he can score touchdowns in bunches, if TCU doesn't want to play defense, TCU wants to play defense like they did against Colorado in the season opener last year, 3 touchdowns to bring Tito to 20 on the year is totally attainable. It's definitely a lofty goal. On the defensive side, if we get Talon Wilkinson, 1 more TFL, 1 more sack, they'll bring it to 20 TFLs and 10 sacks on the season. And really, that is about it for goals. So, hey, keep an eye on these players. Hopefully they pop off here in the bowl game. And it's nothing new. We're used to it. We're used to that arrow always throttling towards the bad guys in the matchup. And this is just your casual 67 overall that plays like a 87 overall going up against a 93 overall. 95 offense, 92 defense, and we don't give a shit. Let's go. I went with the unique purple versus Honey Hunter Orange. I mean, this is a TCU team that we know can go college football playoffs, yada, yada, yada. Okay. That's what we do, man. We shock the world. It's another opportunity to do that. Who will survive? What is this, a Michael Bay movie trailer? Tell you what, a honey hunter's winning a fight against a frog. Let's go Tails. Fuck. So we're going to be starting with a Tito Williams kickoff. And I don't know if there's a better way to start it. Much as I like getting the ball in the second half. They got one of them kickers? That could be a problem. That eliminates a gigantic part of our offense. Hopefully it's just windy in this dome. Face mask. Where's the 15? Every time I get that animation, it's 15. And we're going flank. Remember when flanker was like the meta play? Was it NCAA? I feel like it was like a Madden, that this play was just unstoppable. Because that doesn't look very stoppable to me. That looks very stoppable. See if we can hit one on a screen pass here. Oh, it surprised him! And with that run, Wyatt into TCU territory, 21 yards. The perfect play call by Tom Savage. I mean, Bob Podolski waited till the last second. He got popped there. We got slants here. Tito Williams. We can get enough time that they can get past these linebackers. There is no DB on the back end there. No, they just brought the blitz. Can't. So our O-line got a lot better this year, but it's still very much that 60 whatever our ranking is offensively O-line. And we're trying to go up against 90s. When you're in like that clear, hold up, man, give me 3 seconds for this play to develop. They go, you know, we can only do what we can do. And there you go. There's just a complete drive killer. All right. A lot of NFL talent here on this TCU offense. Come, just escort him to the end zone then. Oh, come on, Wilkinson, you had him. Chambliss, it's a assist. Finally, the defense does something. Try to bend, don't break here. It's 2nd and 12, but if we can get them going in the back, where's direction? Might be able to even push them out of field goal range, but here we go. We're just completely botching the read option. Brutal! Here we go, Alexander. Good grab. Move the chains. He's chasing 500 yards. Oh, Alexander in the middle. I mean, the one thing I'm noticing right away is TCU has good athletes So we're not going to be able to just hit those shot plays to Tito Williams as our only form of offense. We got to show a little bit of technicality here across the middle. Route running to get open. And that's what we're getting on this drive. Oh, come on, man. What is that blocking? That could have been pay dirt. And I'm seriously thinking, if we don't get, like, this might be 4 down. We might need this touchdown. Because they get the ball to start the second half. This drive's taking a long-ass time. Tito, let's go! Touchdown 18 for the year. And are we going to have to worry about another RNG roll of Tito Williams potentially entering the transfer portal this year? I hope not. All right, TCU with 33 seconds remaining at midfield. They're looking for that 2-for-1 that we always try to roll with. And I just think we keep them in front of. I mean, they got a hell of a kicker. And look, they got Quentin Johnson, first rounder. Zach Evans, their running back, was a 5-star recruit. We are very much underdogs in this matchup, despite what the records and that little number next to our name tells you. Third and 2. If we can get a stop here, be able to force a punt, just to at least give Tito Williams a chance at something. And no, doesn't matter. There's just fucking Quentin Johnson wide open! And the worst tackling you'll ever see. Yeah, I get he's a first rounder. Come on, man. Push him out of bounds. He just broke a school record on our ass. That is terrible. Come on, Tito. Come on, we need you, buddy. Let's get our blocks. We don't even get that extra blocker over that. It's brutal. I mean, 15 seconds just to hit the deep ball. Let's see. Hopefully Tito's got fresh legs. Not even out there. Great. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. I mean, we got Webb. We showed elite speed last week. I mean, just the fucking O-line, man. Pick up your blocks! It's the biggest game of the year. Pick up your blocks! Hit him in the knees if you gotta. Chop block him like you're Ric Flair, you know? Woo! Just do something! Tito! Oh, they're pressing us this time. X or B, one of you. I mean, that could have been worse. That could have somehow been another touchdown for him. But man, oh man. The line is not giving us a chance here today. Sloppy football, man. Bad time to play our worst game in like a month. Oh, let's go to Quentin Johnson. Just pretty much a walking first down. Gets them real close there. 3rd and 2. We gotta bring a blitz. We gotta be aggressive. Watch, we're gonna go Evans. Let's go Shambliss. Shoot that gap, buddy. Shoot the gap! Let's go! What are they going to do? Kick it? Go for it. Hell of a play by Shambliss. I mean, their kicker, the fact they got a touchback on the first kick. He got a leg. I don't think distance is an issue, but somewhat of a difficult kick, and he right down the freaking middle. All right, we got to score here. I don't want to go back to the screen pass too much, but it's worked. We're averaging probably 7-8 yards every time we've called a screen. There we go, baby. That's what we're looking for. Go! Run someone over! Throws the shoulder down! Oh my God! What a run by Shannon Wyatt. up to the 1 yard line. You know what? I think we got to see if we can let him punch this one in. Get his 10th rushing touchdown of the year. He earned it. But saying that and being able to get the push that we need with our shit O-line, it's going to be difficult, and it's going to keep the clock rolling. No, we already lost 3. We're only going to keep going back. We got to try to throw this one in. Come on, Tito. Maybe Shaq. There we go, Tito. Touchdown, 19! 1 away from 20 on the year. And we're still in this. I don't see a way right now that unless we get a turnover, our defense does not look like we're going to stop TCU today. What? What the why even try? That's what we're bringing to the table. He didn't even break a tackle. Plays. And I mean, we're not even going to think about what happens if this doesn't work. This is going to work. Psych. Like, do we kick it and make it a 1-score game? Well, coach tells you all you need to know. But our coach has no faith in our kicker to make like a 30-yard field goal. Let's have Tito. That's actually him with the let's zig when they think we're going to zag. Oh, God. No! Come on! Fucking drops. Second of the day for Tito. God damn it, man. All right, we got him. We got him to punt. It's always just like, I don't know, man. We don't have that little bit of magic. That magic that's been able to carry our team. It feels like we used it all up to beat Troy and win the Sun Belt. Which, I mean, this is technically a meaningless bowl game, but I don't know, man. I thought we'd have a little more fight than this. You know what? We got no magic, but if it's not even silver lining, but I'd rather win the beat Troy, one-ranked Troy in the Sun Belt than a meaningless bowl game, you know? Yeah, it's coping. But you look at big picture. It was just, it's gone, man. Flaccid offense. Passive defense. Not aggressive. I feel bad for all the Honey Hunter fans that traveled. Well, we got a chance. We have... Do we, though? I mean, there's touchdown 20 on the year for Tito. Bob Podolski's having, statistically, a huge game. But I don't know, with our one timeout, if we can even get the ball back here. I don't think we can. Onside. We bought the ebooks for a reason. Fumble him! Oh, Kendra Miller, another NFL player on this goddamn team. How is that an ESPN class? That game sucked ass. Oh, yeah, play the game. Watch this. He breaks one tackle. I'll give him credit. He breaks one. And then it's just... How's that play of the game? That's misplay. That's blooper reel. Football folly of the game is the fact that my whole D-line didn't sniff him. And they were standing there. They got lost in the sauce. I don't know. Maybe this is what our team needed. Obviously, severely overachieved, finishing the regular season number 6 in the nation as a below 70 overall team. And maybe this team just liked the smell of their own farts too much. And this is like the humble reminder. All this talk about is Hollywood Tech going to jump conferences? Is it too early? This is very much going in the evidence A of it's too early, because these big dog schools so much further ahead of us, especially in the trenches. That was the biggest thing. TCU had big-time athletes, so we couldn't win with just speed, and they dominate the trenches. offensive line dominated our defensive line. Their defensive line dominated our offensive line, which I think what Bob Podolski at the end of the day, 336 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, as a 76 overall QB. What's their QB? 83, huh? And he can scramble. Zach Evans, 93. They didn't even use country. 97 for Quentin Johnson. Are you kidding me? What's their O-line rating across the board? 82, 87, 83, 89, 87. Like, their tight end would be a starting tackle for us. Hell, I'd put him at center if I had to. Looking at our team. 83 yards there from Keith Alexander. I think that might have got him 500, which was a goal loss, but big game there for Tito Williams. 111 yards, 3 touchdowns, gives him 20 on the year. I mean, yeah, man, just went straight backwards. Podolski, he's going to be sore, and he's ice up after this one. And defensively, outside of Chambliss, shooting that gap once, literally, look at all the zeros. All of our big-time players on the defensive ball, they just might as well not have played. We might as well have had scab players out there. Embarrassing performance, all things considered, man. But maybe that's the kick in the ass we need to go into next year. To know that we're not as good as we think we are. And all it takes is a big dog from a Power 5 conference to smash our shit in to remind us of that. But just a sign of how far we've come, our new record holders, Bob Podolski, single season passing yards, 3,006, just destroying the old mark set by himself. Same with career yards. Same with touchdowns in a season, 35. Same with touchdowns in a career. Tito Williams breaks the receptions in a career with 76. With yards in a season. With yards in a career. With touchdowns in a season, his own record by 12. There's not a hotter wide receiver in all of college football. Maybe Quentin Johnson after that performance. As Wilkinson, a lot of these guys breaking their own stat. I mean, that's what happens when you're from the ground up of a new program. But impressive that these guys are motivated by what they've previously done and want to keep, set that bar high for future players. Like, you're not going to beat Talon Wilkinson's sack record. You're not going to beat Tito Williams' single-season touchdown record. For what it is, maybe some of these guys played that game with pride. Huh. Really? Guys, see this? Game stats? Let me look at it. I don't want to see that. You're telling me in the Natty? The Nerds? The Nerds won the Natty? The Nerds? And they beat my Gators? Well, we got a big win. Tom Savage is going to accept a 4-year contract extension to stay with Hollywood Tech and continue to build. And obviously, the idea is that within that 4-year period, we'll be able to go up to a bigger conference out of the Sun Belt. Let's do another offseason where our DC, who made chicken salad out of chicken shit of our defense, gets a head coaching job. As he is now the head coach of Georgia Southern, Nate Fuqua. Congrats to you, bud. Players leaving. We have one player into the transfer portal, Bruce Rodriguez at safety, which that stings a little bit. Anyone over a 70, I hate to see walk. And there's just very little chance. We have a lot of depth at safety. I can't guarantee anything for him, so best of luck. As far as players leaving, Jaquiz Shack, our 7-footer, he thought about entering the transfer portal last year, came back at almost 500 yards. Surprised no one's giving him a shot in the league, man. I think that would have been like a day 3 projection. 7-footer, 300 pounds, that actually put up some big numbers. Likely will be, a highly sought-after UDFA. Same with Hicks, our 2-way player. Our mini Travis Hunter. Wide receiver 4, corner 3. Versatile weapon that we're going to be down. Corey Louie was a starting linebacker for us as well. Rideout had the first interception in school history. I'll never forget that, as we're losing some of the OGs here, but we move forward. And then incoming transfers, we get 3 of the worst looking. I'll take the Mississippi State guy, I guess. Good God. This is the quality we're getting that want to get involved with this popular program, maybe the most popular program in all of college football. That's a brutal turnaround. All right, before we go any further in the offseason, we're going to wrap the episode up here. Next episode, we will have the offseason as the big thing that we're going to be starting with is we went out and made sure we can unlock a player because we want to go all in on Dan Lloyd, our 3-star 79. I'm going to go 100%. I don't care about Glenn Allen. We might have a more realistic chance of bringing in Glenn Allen. We've gone up a little bit. We've improved our odds. But Lloyd is our gem. That is the gem of gems of our class. We led for most of the year. So we're going to unlock this dude next episode, and hopefully he can turn it around. We'll meet some of the Patreon but walk-ons for the team on the next episode. Again, if you want to go check that out, the link for the Patreon is in the video description below. Busy week, though. I can't tell you when the next episode of Honey Hunters is going to be because we have the NFL draft on Thursday. I got some mock drafts, Eagles mock draft, first-round NFL mock draft. We have the draft live stream. There's going to be a lot of draft stuff this week. And then next week, we're going to get back into the rhythm of things. Obviously, we're very close to finishing up the Cardinals series. So when that gets finished up, I'm going to be able to spend more time on the Honey Hunters. Maybe have more uploads of this on top of, obviously, we're going to be going all in on rebuilds. And as it stands, I do want to get college football rebuilds in. But without getting too technical, basically, my college football file, what I use to play NCAA, is modded for the Honey Hunters. And I'm not too sure how I can have a second file I just use for rebuilds with the updated roster and stuff like that. I'm going to need to reach out to people that are smarter than me. But that's kind of been the holdup of why we're not doing NCAA rebuilds. It's just been NFL 10 years, which I'm having a blast with, to be completely honest with you. So, don't know when the next Honey Hunters will be. It might be the weekend. Might be next Monday to kick off the week. Just because, again, everything's going to get a little muddy come draft time. But once we see out the NFL draft weekend, which we obviously got to commit to the channel, we'll be back full-fledged with the Honey Hunters. So thank you guys very much for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Until next time, it's your boy C4. Say peace. I love you. Have a good one.